Hey there, fellow colleagues. This is Sam with PT Marketing Unleashed, and today I'm going to give a lesson in web analytics, more specifically mobile traffic, and how to determine if your website or blog is getting mobile traffic visitors. Now, I use a web analytic tool called Google Analytics. I like it, one, because it's free, and two, it gives me a lot of data and it lets me determine how people are going through my site and how do they end up there, what content they're looking at, how long they're staying there. So it gives me a lot of data, and with that I can use to optimize my website so that people get what they want and I can get more traffic and hopefully convert on that traffic. So I'm going to give you a little bit of walkthrough of how to determine if you're getting mobile visitors and how you should respond if you are getting mobile visitors. Now, if you don't have web analytics software on your site, you should, because your website is an extension of your business and you want to make sure that your websites are optimized for your visitors so that you can convert them into referring patients. All right, so we're going to look at the dashboard here. This is uh, the mobile the dashboard for Google Analytics, and I'm in the mobile section. So if you scroll down here, if you're familiar with Google Analytics, you can just click on mobile, and you'll get a brief little graph here of your mobile traffic. Now this is about 1 month's worth of analytics, so we're just gonna kind of go through this, and I'll walk through the steps of how to break this down. So here you see that the device category, you have desktop, mobile, and tablets. So these would mobile would be smartphones, tablets would be like iPads, Google Nexus tablets, and things like that. So total for this month, this site has gotten 148 visitors. 88 of those visitors came through a desktop browser, 37 of those visitors through a mobile device or a smartphone, and 23 visitors came through a tablet. So that's roughly 60% desktop, 25% mobile, and 15% tablet. So it's not a lot of visitors, but it's something you shouldn't ignore because you're getting some mobile traffic. Now, if you're getting mobile traffic, you would like to have your sites optimized or responsive for those mobile browsers. Only because we've all visited sites on mobile phones that aren't optimized, and what do you have to do? You have to open them up, you have to pinch, you have to squeeze, you have to do all kinds of things to kind of read that content. Sometimes it can be a little bit of a hassle, and if you're not really sure of the site and you're feeling a certain kind of way about it, you may back out and just not bother with it and go to another site. So you want to make sure your sites are optimized for these mobile devices. That's very, very important. As more and more people start using mobile devices to browse websites. So the next thing you want to look at is the pages per visit. So that just means how many pages people are going are visiting as they come into your site. So you can see through the desktop, it's about a page and a half, and it gets less with the mobile and the tablet, and that's probably because the website is not optimized for that device. So people kind of just get frustrated or just don't want to be bothered, and they back out and they go do something else. Now I want you to also look at the visitor duration. So this is how long people are actually staying on the site. So for desktop, it's about a minute. As you can see, for mobile, 23 seconds, and for tablets, even less, 17 seconds. So probably for desktop, they're able to see more real estate, so they can see a lot more. So of course they're going to stay a little bit longer. But with mobile and tablet, it's less because they can't see all that content because uh, it's not optimized for their screen. So chances are they don't want to try to figure out what the content says, and they'll back out of it. So another thing we look at when we're looking at analytics on our websites is you're looking at the bounce rate. Now, bounce rate just means if someone lands on your site, are they going to scroll down to the bottom of the page? Are they going to look at other pages on your site? So if I land on a site and I bounce, that means that I left. So I landed on the page and then I backed out. That's considered a bounce. And you can have high bounce rates for many reasons. One could be the content is not relevant. Two could be the layout of the site. Um, It could be many different factors for why people would bounce. And typical high bounce rates are anything over 60%. So this is pretty high. 71% even for a desktop, that's pretty high. So then you want to look at your content. Is your content relevant? Is the layout of your site easy enough for people to navigate through? These are things that people want to easily go through without difficulty, and that will determine if they're going to bounce or not. Now, if they go down your site, they click on pages, they go through other pages in your site, they look at the content, it gives you a lower bounce rate. So you get a lower bounce rate when people go to multiple pages on your site, they're clicking on things. That will give you a low bounce rate, and the numbers there are usually under 50%. Are what are considered Those are what are considered good bounce rates. So I just wanted to show you this just so that you have an idea of understanding web analytics to your websites. I think it's very important. We tend to forget that our websites are part of our business, and it's what attracts visitors, turns those visitors into readers. Those readers become fans, and those fans end up becoming referrals, patient referrals for our businesses, our practices. So it's very important that you look at these things. And if you're getting a lot of mobile traffic, you want to consider making your sites responsive so that they're optimized for all mobile screens. Alright, so that's it for today's lesson. I hope you are able to benefit from it. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments below, and I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. Thanks for watching.